Okay, we're live. Welcome back to me versus myself. Let me just close the door real quick, cause okay. Sorry, I'm back. Um, Hi everybody. I know before you guys roast me and before you guys make fun of me. The uploads have not been super consistent, right? That's completely my fault. I've just kind of been very, like I don't know. I mean, I guess I haven't been on top of like everything that I need to be as far as like, the podcast, and I think I need to just kind of slowly ease back into it because I think what happened or what kind of threw me off was the whole video podcast thing because like I'm so used to not having to record myself, and not, like before like, I could literally just be like doing my own thing and not have to worry about how I look or how what I was doing while I was on the podcast, and like the whole video dynamic is kind of a little awkward for me, and it's not something I don't want to keep doing because like I saw well the last okay because here's the thing, I recorded 2 episodes this week, well 3 episodes technically, but I didn't record the audio. Okay, on Monday I recorded an episode and I had like the camera set up and everything, but I got a phone call and like in the midway like it got cut off, so it only really recorded like 5 minutes of the whole thing, and I should have just I don't know, man. I think that just kind of pushed me away and discouraged me a little bit to like continue, because even then like when on Wednesday I recorded something too, but I didn't post it until right now because I guess I just let that get away and kind of forgot about it for a bit. So forgive me on that, but um I'm back, man. Me versus myself is the gears are kicked in, and I know I need to be more consistent with it, and I haven't been, and it's just been easy for me to slack off, and I don't think I need to keep doing that for myself. Like, there's so much more that I know I could be doing for me, and it's just like, I guess I just gotta get out of my comfort zone more, and like, who cares, like, regardless if it's awkward or if it's weird, like, this is something I genuinely want, so I need to put the work in, right? And it's like I don't know, man. I think there's just a lot of factors that go into me feeling discouraged here and there because like lately I've kind of felt insecure about me just like in my own life. Like I'm not one to like not be confident because I'm usually pretty like outgoing and pretty like out there. But like recently I've caught myself feeling a little like kind of like insecure, and like insecure in the sense that like I felt the need to like hold back, like and not continue pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward. But I learn every day. I Things happen every day. I learn and I see things and experience and reflect on things that I need to be doing. Then and I remember that like I'm capable of all of this. I'm capable of so much more than just this. Like the idea that I have that and the vision that I have for this is like something that I know will in fact happen. It's just me needing to put the time in, and I don't mind having to put the time in because like I know this is what I want. At one point I want this to be something where I can do like to sustain myself, like something I can do to like continue just like one, it's good that I'm going to continue just talking about myself and talking about my feelings because like I noticed that the more I don't talk about my feelings, the more walls I put up and the more like weak I make myself be, like the more like kind of fragile I allow myself to get because like I just feel like I let my guards and my defenses down, so it's like to make myself feel vulnerable again, and therefore I feel like I need to be defensive and be like super overprotective or like just kind of just looking out for me in the sense that like I just feel insecure because of that. And I don't know, man. I think I need a new journal, like a new journal where I can just write in and have that for me. Because last year around this time, I guess when I got my journal and like that, I feel like that allowed me to just simply be free. And there is journals that I have, like I don't know why, like it just doesn't seem the same. But I don't know, man. Like I've just felt a little weird lately, and you know, like what can I do about it other than just reflect and take a deep breath and understand that everything's is okay. And yeah, things are happening and things are holding me back here and there, but it's a matter of like just pushing through and a matter of like, you know, despite the circumstance, like continue pushing forward and continue making the best out of every situation because, you know, thinking positive just goes a long way for me. And, you know, for this amount of time that I felt kind of insecure, I haven't really been as grateful. I haven't really been like just the habits that I know I should have. Like, I haven't been really like working towards them or like really trying to cement them into me, you know? Here, give me a sec while I put this up a little bit so you can see. And it's not like me like slouching down. Like yeah, so like things are slowly coming back to where I'm comfortable at and where I'm good to like operate and not feel like I'm not doing enough. Because one thing that I guess I really deal with is like I just struggle to feel like I'm enough sometimes. Like I feel like I seek validation from people or like just I just do things that, you know, might kind of I just feel think I do things to kind of fill the void of like wanting attention or like needing certain like I don't know, like I feel like sometimes like I lack being able to like fully be committed and trust into myself, like because I always feel like I'm not doing enough, like I could be doing more, or like I guess I seek validation because I don't really get it so often, and I shouldn't rely on anybody to give me that. It's just more of like something I just need to get over and work through, but I feel like me talking about it kind of puts it out there more and makes it easier to deal with, right? Because I don't need validation from other people. I don't need, you know, like attention from other people. I just sometimes need certain like I just need to reaffirm and make affirmations to myself to know that I'm enough and know that I'm capable of everything. Cuz sometimes I bring myself down and I don't think it's good that I careful. Okay, sorry. Lunas came in. And yeah, I don't think I need that for myself. I don't think I need to put myself through that. And the door's open again, so give me a second while I close it again. I want to do. Okay, yeah. But that being said, like I want to do more vlogs. Like I have things I have to edit, which you know it's just a matter of me editing. But I don't know. I think the more I go back and try to rebuild the mistakes I already made, like I don't know. I think I just might want to start documenting more, just like currently, you know. Like I haven't felt as creative. That's one thing too. This slump that I've been in, like I haven't really felt super creative as far as like wanting to make or create and really just do much. Like I haven't felt like the need to do X thing, you know? Like I need to just find I need to ground myself again, right? I need to ground myself to where like I'm confident and I need to like just be focused on everything that I want for me. Yeah, like I'm not sure, man. I have ideas and I think for the podcast to grow a little bit more, like I think I have like a pretty good like idea as to what I can do to to make this bigger, right? Um I need to find and collaborate with somebody in the same lane as me who's like who's also just vulnerable in their own spot. And like for me versus myself, like I know it's like me versus me. Like I have an idea as to like how I can make like a podcast or make episodes with them, like as far as like them versus them in the sense, does that make sense? I need to find guests. So me versus myself is looking for guests, and me versus myself is something that's about to grow a lot more because like I feel like it's the right thing to do, right? It's the right thing to branch out a little bit more because I feel like I'm very established. Like this podcast and this idea and everything that this is like me versus myself. Like you kind of already know what you're getting when you come here. Like you know that you're gonna hear me talk about myself and you're gonna hear me kind of go against everything that I do and don't do. Like I feel like having a guest will kind of like greatly like impact the way the episodes kind of go because or just kind of will branch us out a little bit more, right? Like my audience will go to them, their audience will come here if they like what they hear and if they're interested in anything that I'm doing. And back to like being consistent, right? Like I need to be more consistent to where like I'm I I guess the platform I need to just cement it more and keep growing and keep taking steps and moving forward up the ladder. Like yeah, it's cool. I could talk about myself and like post it, and it's not really gonna go. Maybe it will. Like people will find comfort in it, but I feel like I've been at a spot where it's kind of just been like that for a little bit, and I think the next jump is getting guests on, and I'm excited for that. Like it's a very cool thing to know that people might be interested in talking about them and if I can create a space where people are just able to be vulnerable because that's not very common to do, like it's not very common to be or to feel like vulnerable or to like express how you feel. Like I think if I'm able to create that and push that agenda and you know allow people the space that I've created for myself, like I feel like it's very beneficial to everybody because like okay, so the podcast I uploaded today, like about it's called Brain Dump. Like that was just me going to the. I went to the park because I just didn't feel good at all. Like, I went to the park and like I was sitting down looking at a view, like, and I just talked and I've built this platform for me to like blow some steam off and a lot of the weight that I carry on my shoulders is kind of just able to be like removed through talking about how I feel. And I think it's important that people do that, that more people do that, not necessarily like just me. And it's me versus myself, but like I think I have the freedom to well, I do have the freedom to, take this where I want and I think like the concept is still like very, very it works. And I think it's so cool that like I kind of thought it this much through and cuz it's been like half a year almost. I started in like September, so September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Like 6 months. 6 to 7 months that I've documented me versus myself and I feel like this is very well established to where like I can branch out a little bit more. So if you are interested in kind of coming on here and talking about you and kind of talking about things you deal with and things you catch yourself going against yourself with, I'm open to hearing that, and I'm open to like I feel like that's just gonna help me too, like hearing people talk about them and how they deal with it and how necessarily like they feel after doing certain things or how this thing makes them feel this way or if they do, just hearing different perspectives about the same problems maybe that I might have or just that you might have is gonna go a very long way for me, and I'm interested in just building this thing to be like super popular and super big because it's important that you're vulnerable. Like allow yourself to be vulnerable every at least once a day. Just even if it's to yourself, like just take a deep breath and okay, I understand that. Okay, I feel like this, and why do I feel like this? Okay, maybe it's because of this, and if it's not because of that, maybe it'll just lead to something else, and just it's a skill that maybe it's not like it's not gonna be like it's like that, but slowly allowing people the chance and the space to just be vulnerable and like talk about things that hold them back, like it's gonna be beneficial for everybody, man. And people listening, people watching, I think that's the next step. And I'm excited for it because, like, like I kind of guess, like, every time I get out of these slumps, like, I just feel like more engaged and more motivated to pursue what I want. And I know I want to be a creator and continue being someone that creates, and if I get to do that for a living, in like a year or two, like, oh my gosh, I'm set. I'm good. Like, I get goosebumps thinking about it because, like, it's been something I wanting to do for so long, and not necessarily the podcast, but just create. Like in eighth grade, I remember like a Call of Duty videos, and I'd be like, damn, I could be making those videos. And esports happened, and I could be recording, but blah 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 blah. I don't have a computer. I don't have this. I don't have that. And now it's so easy to just create for me. And now I've created the space where it's like I can just be me. And you can't tell me anything about it. You can't talk back. You're trapped in there. And I see you, and I can, like, you can't say anything back to me. That's the cool part. Like, I mean, you might have an opinion. Hi, Millie. You want to come on the podcast? You might have an opinion, but you can't really interrupt me in the sense that this is my space, and I love that. And that being said, thank you so much for listening. Like, seriously, me versus myself podcasts with guests are coming very very soon. I just need to figure out who our first guest will be and how we can make that happen to where it's like it looks good. I think I know who my first guest might be, and I don't care. Like, it's something that I think like needs to happen, and I'm excited to make it happen. So yeah, me versus myself, episode 36. 36. Maybe for episode 40. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for listening. In case you want to know how really the setup looks right now, look, this is recording the audio, and then this is recording the camera. Um, that's my computer. You see the lava lamp. Shout out Gerardo. I can't zoom in, but look. So yeah, if you're that's a video only exclusive. So if you are on Spotify or Anchor and like to see what I just showed, head on over to Jesus Guillen or look up Me versus Myself podcast on YouTube because it'll be there. I promise. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.